Hello and welcome back to Palworld. Today we've had a little bit of an update. We have ourselves the good old Lunar Festival Spring update for Palworld, which means we have a couple more beautiful skins for our pals. For example, we have this like dragon, Chinese dragon type chillet. So our Choodle is in new fashion for today as we go ahead and make our way towards the Sakurajima boss. That is the end goal for today. There's a lot of stuff that I've done in between episodes, and there's a couple things that I want to do before we go and do this boss. But let's go ahead and get things started with the things that I have done. First of all, there are some things like this Azamane, which I have gone ahead and bred. I bred a lot of different pals with Artisan, Work Slave, and Sirius for the 100% work speed boost. So we do have a bunch of those around the base. Just for a little bit of speed on some things. I got some Anubis with Artisan, Sirius, and Work Slave. There's a couple negative traits here and there, but overall, it is a massive increase to speed because there is a lot of stuff that I wanted to get crafted, and this is something that I've been putting off for a while. Yormantide, for example, Work Slave, Artisan, Sirius. I was trying to get a trait called Nocturnal, as there is a bunch of new traits that have came out alongside the Feybreak update that I've been looking for. I don't have it on much. The only pals that I managed to get Nocturnal on was eventually I managed to get it on Azamane, which are over here in the oil base, powering the oil extractor because the oil extractor is very slow. But this way we have a level 4 worker pal with Nocturnal and Artisan going ahead and powering this through the night so I can continually get oil even if I'm out doing stuff, which is very important. Oil is pretty slow, but in the latest update, they did increase the speed of things, so the oil extractors do go a bit quicker now, which I am very thankful for, because we do, in fact, need oil a lot. We can raid the oil rig for a good burst of oil, but that takes half an hour to reset, so having some of these oil extractors set up is nice. I am aware that I can put 2 of these onto one node, but at the moment I haven't bred enough of these to power that, so we only have the 2 for right now. But for right now, with all of that, let's go ahead and start looking for a couple of the pals in Sakurajima that I haven't grabbed yet. One that I am very excited to go ahead and grab is a pal. It might honestly be 118 that we haven't seen yet. I think it is. There is a pal called Sutsia that has a very insanely strong move. So we are going to look for that. I believe it's on the left side of the island, so we're going to go and look for one of those. We're going to try and catch a Mimog today. We're going to get ourselves a Xenoguard, and we're going to finish up the Sakurajima part of the Palpedia, and then we'll go ahead and take on the boss just there in the Sakurajima Tower. That is the plan for today. I do have a strategy for the tower boss, one that I have not used yet. But I did... Oh, speaking of Sutsia, there we are. There's my glowy ghost boy that I know about. I know of him. I have used him in a randomizer that I played about with for a little bit. And this was one of the pals that I got very early, and it is insane. Because it has this move. This move that it is currently using is one of the most insane things that I've seen in this game. I don't know if its base power is like 27 billion or something. But it is an insanely strong move. So we're just going to go ahead and shotgun it in the face twice in the most brutal manner possible. And we're going to get this thing caught because this thing is a monster. Hopefully we can get the move as a TM from Sakurajima is what I'm kind of hoping for. There's the nice crit to the head that we're looking for. Blowing these balls into its face. That sounds horrible out of context. That sounds horrible. But we do get ourselves a Sutsia. This pal is honestly one of the cooler pals. It was one of the ones that I was missing for such a long time. Like, I like this pal so much more than most of Sakurajima. There's a lot of good pals in Sakurajima, don't get me wrong. I'm not, putting shade towards any of them. But this is probably my favorite pal that came out alongside Sakurajima. And it took me such a long time to go ahead and actually capture it. But yeah, we do have it now. It was once believed that as the world approached its end, the flame would weaken. Doomsayers would repeat rejoice when the flame began to weaken, but in the end, it turned out to be a prank by Sutsia, at least for now. So it destroys the world. I don't think it has a mount for its PAL thing here. Where is Sutsia? Did I scroll past it already? I guess that would probably be pretty late, right? I don't know if it has a saddle or anything like that. It might not. It might be something that we can use on button. We just like press a button and then it activates or something. I don't know. Haven't messed around with it too much, but we do get ourselves a beautiful, beautiful Sutsia. I also want to find a Mimog, because while I've killed a lot of Mimogs, I haven't actually caught one. There we go. I feel like I have very good luck with finding Mimogs along this beach. I don't know what it is with this beach, but I feel like this beach is Mimog Beach. I can't exactly explain why. This is just the Mimog land. I don't know. It's a little bit weird. Oh, right, we have the Ring of Mercy on, but that caused a burn. That is fine. We need to go ahead and get this Mimog weakened, which can be a bit of a problem. Because for anyone that has tried to go ahead and interact with a Mimog, you are probably aware that these things run away at the speed of light. Okay, these things are the fastest things in the game. They are faster than the damn jet dragons. So we are going to try and get this thing probably frozen. If we could get a freeze in like one big blizzard spike, so I could immediately throw a ball. I'm going to use an ultimate sphere on this. I'm going to use my strongest spheres that I've been picking up on Feybreak. There's the freeze. We throw our ultimate sphere. Hopefully it gets caught nice and simple. Because if it breaks out... Oh? Is it because it was frozen that it's not going to flee? We get another freeze. Oh, I heard the yelp. It woke up. Please get in the ball or else it's going to disappear. We get ourselves a Mimog nice and easily. There we go. Okay, that gets us a couple of the pals that I was kind of waiting on. It also gets us more dog coins, which brings me very, very, very close to being able to get my last accessory slot, which I haven't decided on what I want to grab for right now, but honestly, putting an attack pendant there before we go and do the Tau boss wouldn't be a terrible idea. So getting ourselves that accessory slot would also be pretty damn helpful. And there's probably some scrap piles that I can grab around here real quick, so we'll see if we can get that as well. There's another scrap pile. I do feel like this beach is probably the best place to go for easy dog coins. I feel like Mimogs are very easy to find here. I feel like scrap piles are pretty easy to find as well, because they're just around the edge of the beach. If you just, like, follow the outer line of Sakurajima, you'll end up on quite a lot of dog coins. I don't think the amount of dog coins that you pick up per scrap pile really goes up too much between here and Feybreak, so I do think that this is probably the best place to try and farm dog coins, if it is something that you're really in need of. And another scrap pile, because they're everywhere. That gets us more dog coins. That brings us to 995. I guarantee you the next one I find, yeah, this one will not have dog coins, just to spite me. I knew it. Thankfully, there is a ton of scrap piles along the beach, so hopefully this one will get us what we need. It does not. Tragic. We need one more, ideally. And we get one more easy scrap pile somewhere. There's a scrap pile. See, it's always near beaches. The beaches are just the best for this. Oh my god. Oh, wait. 5 times the charm? Okay. Six times the charm? Is there a 6 scrap pile around here? What is happening? The game knows that I just need a few more. Oh, here we go. Okay, 6 times the charm. Oh my god. What? Give me my last 5 dog coins, game. Give me them. Where are they? Where are my last dog coins? There's a scrap pile. 7th times the charm? Holy, they really don't want to give me these last 5 dog coins. They know the power that I will unleash. They refuse to give me the coins that I require. I'll probably find a Mimog at this rate before finding it from scrap piles, which is actually crazy. 8 times the charm. There we go. There's the last dog coins that I needed. Holy, okay. That was rude. Made me find 8 scrap... Oh, hey, another one. Made me find 8 scrap piles with no dog coins in. That's messed up. Oh, and then 2 in a row, of course. But that does allow us to go ahead and grab ourselves the very last accessory slot. Hey there, buddy. I am here for this box of mystery accessories, please. We could also use this to, like, you know, increase our amount that we can carry, increase our health and stuff like that. But because you can get these from supply drops, and because I've turned the supply drop, well, the meteorite and supply drop rate up by, you know, a good bit so that they drop every hour, I'm probably not going to be using any of my dog coins on this. If I'm going to use my dog coins, they're going to be either on these, or PAL IVs, or this very little special concentrated all-purpose PAL extract, because this will max condense any PAL that you have without needing to breed 116 of it or catch 116 of it. So this is pretty damn nice as well for PALs that are a little bit harder to catch. So this is also something that I might save up my dog coins for. 2,000 is just a lot, though. But for now, we get the box of accessories for sure, because that gives us our 4th accessory slot. So we can put our defense pendant back on and our attack pendant on so that we do a ton of damage. And we will see just how much damage we can do while I talk over the strategy that we are going to be implementing for our boss fight. So, first and foremost, the most important part of this is actually Choodle. I know that this is a little bit of a meme, and I know that this PAL is just one that I really like, but unironically, Choodle does a lot for us. Choodle's ability, for anyone that does not remember, in case you're newer to the series or something, it changes your player attack type to dragon-type attacks. The previous boss that we did was Shadowbeak. At the end of the base game, before, you know, the update started rolling out for Sakurajima and Feybreak, which was a Dark-type boss. Shadowbeak was a Dark-type boss. Dark is weak to Dragon. Selyne, the boss that we're going to be fighting today, is also a Dark-type boss. So the strategy there isn't going to be changing too much. We're going to be using our, you know, max condensed chiller that has this maxed out because it will give us a huge boost to all of our attacks and change them to Dragon-type attacks. So, on top of that, there is 2 other things that I have done. First of all, I finally went and got ourselves a rocket launcher. I really wanted to get a big, fat rocket launcher schematic. I was hoping for a legendary. I was hoping for a level 3. But as Jet Dragon is now a level 60 fight, I didn't really want to go and farm a level 60 fight at level 54. I thought that'd be a bad idea. Could we do it? Yeah, probably. I don't think it would be too hard to do. It would just take, you know, a lot of ammo and a lot of time. So I was hoping to get a schematic free from a supply drop. So I basically just left the game running for a while. Found out that if I AFK at my oil base, then I can get, like, free meteors or supply drops to all land over here while I'm AFK at the oil base, while I was breeding pals, right? Which is why I have a bunch of level 4 worker pals kind of set up for everything with the Anubis and the Ormontides that have Artisan and Work Slave and Sirius. Because I was just letting things breed while I was waiting for supply drops to drop, which was pretty damn helpful. So I did settle with a legendary, or I did settle with a rocket launcher schematic 2 rather than a legendary. I think it will still be fine. I really do. I think it will still do plenty of damage, especially when changed to a dragon type attack. I think that will be very, very good. Also, we did pick up Blast Cannon, which I might quickly slap onto Choodle, as we're going to want to run dragon moves on it for the upcoming fight, of course. On top of that, one other thing that I did while I was waiting for supply drops to come down, you may notice there's a couple of Gobfins around here with, you know, these ones, for example, they have Demon God. The other thing that I did is I went and I tried to catch a bunch of pals so that I could get a bunch of pals with the new traits. Of those, I got, first of all, I got a Chickpea with Diamond Body, which is a 30% defense increase. I got a Cativa with Diamond Body, which is the same, obviously. I got a Gobfin with Heart of the Immovable King, which is a 20% reduction to sanity drop from working, which is pretty cool. And I got a Gobfin with Demon God, which is probably the most important one that we picked up. The other thing that I was looking for was Vampiric, which basically it lets pals work through the night and gives them a lifesteal effect. I could not get that. I caught so many pals. For perspective of how many pals I have actually caught, I have a max condensed shiny Lamball. I have a max condensed shiny Chickapee. I have a max condensed shiny Cativa, because I was using my green spheres, I think. I crafted a bunch of mega spheres. I went to the level 2 area right at the beginning of the game, and I just went and caught a bunch of pals, right? Because that was kind of how I was looking for traits to start off with, so that I could try and get good traits for things. And, you know, I had time. So I max condensed all 3 of these, and then I was like, wait a minute. There's one thing I could do that would be very, very helpful. And that is catching and max condensing gobfins. Because gobfins have a nice little skill here, which is while they are in your team, they increase your player attack power by, I think, when they are max condensed, by 20%. This stacks with the skill Vanguard, which increases the player's attack by 10%. So having this little guy on my team, for example, instead of Fenglope, gives me a massive attack increase, right? So we are now at 275. If we take out another max condensed gobfin, this took so much time. Instead of Bullet, for example, that brings our attack up to 329, because our PAL skill effect is giving us plus 70, we have 15% from this, and then when we're on top of Choodle as well, our attacks will be twice as effective against the upcoming boss, and we'll have Choodle boosting our attack power as well by 20%, which, you know, it all stacks together, and it makes us very, very strong as a player, rather than relying on our pals even. So that is currently where I am at in terms of making myself an absolute god. I'm going to slap a couple of dragon moves onto Choodle before I forget. I want probably Slicer and maybe... Honestly, I might keep Blizzard Spike just because a big freeze would actually be pretty huge just for getting a lot of damage off quickly. But yeah, I think this is going to be the team that I'm going to bring. The reason I'm bringing Twilight is it does actually have the Vanguard effect, and it has the skill effect of healing us. So if I do start losing a lot of health for whatever reason, then I can quickly, you know, go ahead and bring this out, and we will go ahead and heal up with that, because we don't bring potions, because I've never crafted any potions. Also, just to quickly show off the skins, as our Selyne does have one. Chillet, for example, has the Lion Dancer Chillet skin now, alongside, like, the Winter Chillet. I think the Winter Chillet is personally my favorite of its skins. I think Winter Chillet is probably the cutest. But as this one's new, we're going to use it for today, for sure. Chillet Ignis also has the same. I think this looks way better on Chillet Ignis, personally. I think this is much better. I prefer Lion Dancer Chillet Ignis, but I prefer Winter-style normal Chillet. We have Selyne, which gets this nice red one, which I think I have one in base that we could go ahead and slap that on so that we can get a good look at it. And then we also have our Selyne Noct with this. And I think there's also a new Cativa skin. Yeah, Lucky Cativa is also a thing. Which, I mean, we did get a shiny Cativa Max Condensed. Let's go ahead and slap that on so that he can look a little bit fancy. He's just a chill little guy. But yeah, our Selyne should, if I can see it. A Selyne doesn't look different there. I wonder if I have to put it in and out of the box real quick. Yeah, there we go. And our Selyne looks like this now, which I like. I like it. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool. One other thing that I did. I know this is a ramble episode, sorry, but I've done a lot of stuff off screen and I want to make sure that it's all kind of shown. Is I found out a little bit more about expeditions. I set this place up, you know, level 4 worker pals. Like I said, I got work, slave, and artisan on a bunch of level 4 worker pals. That includes pals with mining, so now we have a bunch of ore being generated, and coal, and quartz. But one thing I did find out is I found out a little bit about expeditions. So, I can't really show it now. Maybe I'll show this off once we do the boss. I found out that condensing is huge for expeditions, which I will show off once we've done the boss, which I think we are pretty much ready to head to. We've got our pals on our team like I want. I have gone ahead and crafted a bunch of assault rifle ammo. I think I actually bought most of this, if I'm remembering correctly. I think I bought a bunch and crafted a bunch, just because, you know, we have a legendary assault rifle, and we might want to do the oil rig at some point again. I think they buffed the rates of good stuff appearing in the oil rig, for example, so might do that again. But for right now, let's go ahead and have ourselves our fight against Selyne, shall we? And let's see just how strong these gobfins and this player build really is. I think this will be pretty relaxing, if I had to guess. I don't think we're going to struggle too much with this. That is my aim, at least. However, this won't work super well against the upcoming bosses, and it won't really work for a raid fight. But let's go ahead and see how we do against this boss battle. I have my gobfins. Their level doesn't matter because they're not actually coming out. I have my Choodle. I think we're good. Oh my god, what is staring at me? What are those eyes? Oh, they're not eyes. I thought they were eyes. I thought it was like... I thought... Okay. Okay. You know, fine. Fine. My mistake. I really thought they were big green eyes staring at me, though. Oh, they're grooving. Do they have dance battle moves? I want to see dance battle moves. Saya and Selyne. We send out Choodle, we ride Choodle, we quickly get out of whatever this is, and we get our gun going. Yeah, that damage is kind of nuts. We can just shoot her for critical damage. As you can see, the damage that we deal there... Oh, God. Okay, relax, relax. I'm curious what my damage is like without being on Choodle, as Choodle did just lose half its HP. Obviously, that is one thing... Oh, her damage is still actually incredible, even without being on Chillet. Wow, this is... Hello, what's this? Okay. That was kind of cool. Her damage without Chillet is worse, but honestly, Chillet doesn't have any real defense. I do not want Jet Dragon being bullied. We'll see if we can get a freeze, maybe, with Blizzard Spike from Selyne. That would be kind of nice. There we go. That lets us get a lot of damage off. Obviously, this is me using the Assault Rifle. I do want to check out the Rocket Launcher as well. 4,000 damage. That was resisted for some reason. Okay, ow. I don't want to step in that. Not too hard to avoid. Our Rocket Launcher is resisted for some reason. Oh god, not Blizzard Spike. Oh, that move is so good. I do think that's probably one of the best moves in the entire game. Oh god. Stop. Stop. Stop being mean. I want to get on Choodle. I want to fire my Rocket Launcher. I haven't reloaded. Hold on. Reload quicker. Dragon type. 13,000. Oh. Okay. Holy... Not gonna lie, Selyne hits really hard. That is one thing that I am realizing. Selyne does hit really hard. If there's one thing that's happening right now, it's that I'm low on health, so we're gonna bring out Twilight. We're gonna get ourselves a little baby heal. That heal isn't great, but it's fine. We have our Jet Dragon. I want to dodge through that. I have learned. I want to Assault Rifle her down. Yeah, we're very offensive with this lineup, for sure. We are set up right now to do damage and not to take damage. Which happens, that Airblade move is absolutely cracked out of its mind. I think it's called Airblade. I guess they're on like a Yakimo at one point. But thankfully, we are a player build, like I said. So our aim is doing damage with gun. Which thankfully we can do. Very quick fight, very hyper-offensive fight. I feel like all the other fights that I've done, for the most part, I have been leaning more towards staying alive. But that fight was very hyper-aggressive, fully put into damage. New difficulty level unlocked. You can now fight more powerful tower bosses. I don't think I want to do that right now. I think that was fine. We definitely took a lot of damage. Which, I mean, we have heat-resistant plasteel armor, and I guess we're still using a power metal helm rather than a plasteel helm. Like, we have a lot of health. We have a lot of defense. We have a lot. I'm surprised we took that much damage, to be honest. That was kind of nuts, the amount of damage that we took. Like, Choodle basically took 2 hits, and it was done. So... while I am happy that we've done that, I think that can be done cleaner. I don't think that was the cleanest way to do that fight. But the thing that I do want to see is, does that now unlock the expedition for it? Because before, all of my expeditions were locked, which I was under the impression that the reason they were locked was because there had been an update and things hadn't updated properly. Let's go ahead and slap these two back in here. Hopefully Choodle goes and gets rezzed. It looks like it will, so we can go ahead and put you back on the team. And hopefully we have ourselves one of these unlocked now, because this was not in the game when I did the other bosses. Okay, we do now have one of these. So, expeditions are not something that I've interacted with very much, but I do know one thing, right? There is a firepower mechanic, and you have to reach a certain amount of firepower down here to be able to go and claim your rewards. So, we have, for example, if I find, like, a reasonably high-level pal that we have, right, like this Selyne, right, firepower 1,570, okay? Level 43 Selyne, it's got okay traits. I don't know if traits really matter too much. But 1,570 for this level 43 Selyne. With this amount of firepower, if we were to put 100 of these in here, we would get to not even half of the total firepower that we would need, right? We'd get to 157,000, which is not even half of 375,000. So this just is not a strong enough pal for us to consider putting in here. The reason I'm now okay with expeditions, and I don't think this is just absolutely silly, is because, for example, condensed 1 Yormantide, 11,000. Way stronger, with just 1 condensation, okay? This is level 50 as well, but the level does not matter, and I will show that by quickly going ahead and clicking on this Lamb Ball, for example. This level 43 Lamb Ball has 39,000 firepower. This Chickapee, 34,000 firepower. Cativa, 36,000 firepower. It is insane the amount of strength that you get from just condensing some pals. Obviously, this is max condensed, but like, for example, the level 4 condensation still makes it go from like 1,000 to 11,000, right? If you just set up like 10 to 20 pals at condensation level 1, you're good to do pretty much any expedition. So we have ourselves these Gobfins, for example, and that brings us all the way to 50%. Sadly, I don't have more condensed, but still, them being at 50% means that there is an auto-assign button, and I'm hoping if I click this, yeah, we just barely scrape by in being able to actually send this off and have this be completed. We barely get over it. Who else do we have in here? We have a Foxicle with level 2 condensation that's helping out a lot. This Chillet is level 1 condensed. This Vanworm level 1 condensed. This Foxpark's level 1 condensed, although it's level 22, so that's kind of bringing it down. But that's compared to like a legendary, for example, like the Frostallion and Necromus. These aren't condensed, so they kind of suck, right? A level 1, level 22 condensed Foxparks is stronger than a Frostallion. That's mind-boggling. But we can send this off, which means we can get a bunch of expedition stuff going, which is kind of useful. So hopefully I can get some more things condensed at level 1, which I think will be more effective. I was honestly a little bit disappointed in the rocket launcher's performance there. I felt like the assault rifle was way stronger. But at the end of the day, the rocket launcher will still be way more useful for places on the oil rig where we need to, like, take out groups of enemies. So there's that. For now, I think I actually want to go ahead and start capturing a couple of bosses on the Feybreak Island. I think we are at about that point. I want to go to Feybreak, I want to get more stuff done on Feybreak, and I want to disable some of the anti-air things. I don't know how long their respawn timer is, but I would like to take down some anti-air things just so I can get a idea of how long they are down for before they start shooting us down and taking us off our mountain again. So for perspective, if I go on bullet right now, yeah, okay, all right. So we still have some around, so we do need to go ahead and stay on our ground mount for the time being. I'm gonna head over to this Loop Moon Crisp because I can see this level 54. And we will see how all of that goes. We do still need to grab ourselves, like, Hexalite and Chromite, but for right now, I'm just gonna go and waddle myself over to some bosses, get some bosses done, and then we will wrap it up for today. My main goal was taking down Selyne, which we did very quickly. It was a very quick fight. Very fast-paced, very, close to death at times. I'm kind of glad I brought the Lylene, because, I mean, I did get a little bit low. I think we would have survived even without it, but still, that was some heavy damage that we took, which was a little bit spooky. Might also go and fight it again off-screen just for the XP. I might also go and fight the other tower bosses, like Shadowbeak again, now that I have this strategy, just because that way we could get them unlocked in the expedition list, which I assume that the expedition rewards are only going to get better, and I shouldn't really have too much of a reason to go back and do earlier stuff. But also, I don't know. I guess one thing that I wasn't doing is I wasn't really attacking with Poodle. I wasn't doing this, which would have probably helped our damage output, honestly. Because, like, that damage right there, that's kind of nuts. I want this burn to wear off. I also don't think I have my... I don't think I have my ring on, so I would like to put that on instead of my attack power. Okay, there we go. Nice and lowered. Down to 1 HP, just like we want. See if we can get ourselves that headshot extra multiplier. And do we have ourselves a nice capture? We sure do. That one's kind of lucky. Nice. Insulated body. Horns on its head are made of a mysterious ice that never melts. Shaved ice made by breaking off a horn is truly exquisite. But both the one who tries it and Loop Moon is an original pal, so it should be up here somewhere. I didn't read quick enough, and now I feel like a fool. Where is Loop Moon? Both the one who tries it and Loop Moon Chris end up with a headache. I have had some headaches lately. I think it's because I have like a little bit of a dry spot underneath my eye, and I'm straining my eye, and it's causing me to get some headaches. But yeah. Okay. Nope, we still can't mount. That makes sense. I just wasn't sure. I just wanted to check. Let's go ahead and start hugging the other side, and we'll see if we can make it to another teleport by going down this side. Give me this large dragon egg, please. I will take all of the dragons. I've still not changed my mindset. I do think the dragon pals are just the best pals in this game. I think that all of the dragon pals look better than most of the other pals in the game. I'm just a dragon fan. Is everyone asleep over here? No, okay. I wasn't sure. There's a rocket launcher. Ow. I do not want to lose my mountain right now, so we're just going to send out Jet Dragon to go and do some damage. This is where the rocket launcher, I think, will fall. Kaboom. Are you kidding me? that doesn't count as hitting? What if I hit, like, the post? There we go. Okay. 3,000 damage again. That's not that crazy, to be honest. 5k. Oh, I have my Ring of Mercy on. Whoops. That's part of it, I suppose. But Jet Dragon's there to finish them off, at least. A little bit of Dark Fragment there. Go down. Who do we have in here? We have a Nyafia. I don't like Nyafia, I'll be honest. This is not a pal that I think was needed. This is a little bit too furry for me, personally. This is not ideal. Strongly dislikes anyone catching a glimpse of its concealed eye. If you insist on trying, it'll burst into tears and ignore you for 2 weeks. Okay, I'm okay with that. Let's hack this. Kaboom. Yep. Hit it. Kaboom. Ah, and now we can fly. Which is pretty nice. I don't know how long they're down for. I'm hoping they're down for like a while, just because there's probably a lot of them across the island, and I don't want to come back. Maybe I should mark these when I find them. What would be a... They're cubes. They're gonna be my cubes. Why cubes? I don't know. But they're going to be my cubes, and this way I can fly around on bullet, which is just convenient. We do have a Mimog here. No, please. Don't run from me, Mimog. Don't do this. The trick with Mimogs is once you can see them in a spot like that, I think you're meant to just wait. I think if you go too close, they just run away again, or at least that was my experience with, like, the couple that I've ran into. That long enough to wait? Can I go to it now? Seems like it. I would like to freeze you with Blizzard Spike. Or KO you with Blizzard Spike, because this move is nuts. 31 dog coins. I don't know if that's that many more than what you would get in Sakurajima. I still think Sakurajima is just a good place to farm my Mogs, personally, but that's not bad. I like being able to actually fly around. This is kind of what I wanted the first time I came over here, but instead we messed around and we saw how getting blown up went. Do I have Brunelia? I know that I ran through here and I caught some pals when I came through here before. I don't remember which pals I caught and which I didn't. I did not catch Brunelia. Okay, I'm not crazy. Good. Let's go ahead and get one of these caught now. We will slap our Ring of Mercy back on. There's a Feybreak warrior heading towards us, apparently, that are aggroed. I'm kind of surprised they're aggroed from wherever they are. But we are just going to throw some shotguns into you. Hopefully those Nyafia don't see me. I'm stealth like crazy right now. Mastery of Fasting. I didn't have that. That's one of the new cool traits. It's not vampiric that I was looking for, but that is one of the new traits that I wanted. Please don't poison me with that. Don't shoot your goo. I don't want any of these pals shooting their goo at me. Thanks. Please do not. No goo shooting. Dodging like crazy. Still landing the criticals. I could rocket launcher them. And no, it's still alive. I thought it died to the Nyafia for a second there, but no, it's still good. It's gonna keep... I'm gonna get this thing caught. Oh, wait, they're fighting each other? Two of them fighting each other? They are fighting each other. That's kind of convenient. I think that's Solar Blast. Oh, well. Alright. We got one. That was the most important thing. We got one. Jet Dragon, I'm trying to ride you. I'm holding F. Okay. Oh, we also have Smokey. I do want to do the Smokey boss. I do want to do the Smokey boss. I don't know if we'll get to that today, but the Smokey boss is high up on my priority list. Give me this chest, because it could have cool spheres. It does have cool spheres. Nice. Okay. I see smoke. Yeah. Okay. I'm taking no chances with that thing. I'm dismounting immediately. Let's go over here and destroy this next little thingy-majig. Little anti-air missile. We have Billy over here. Billy is not something that I care about. The human bosses, I will go and do them at some point, because I do think that the manuscripts are useful for, like, the research stuff. But I haven't really interacted with the research stuff all too much. So, I'll probably interact with that a little bit in between episodes, just so I can come back with actual information on it. And be able to talk about, like, when it's actually useful. So maybe I'll farm some of the lower level human bosses. I mean, I don't think any of the human bosses around here at level 15 are going to pose much of a challenge. So, I feel like doing those off-screen is probably the better way to do that, rather than waste everyone's time. But let's head over here. Go for Polaris Aqua, although I'd rather catch that from the boss. In fact, I don't know if I should be catching any of these pals out in the open, when there's probably bosses for a lot of them that I might want to go and grab first. Let's smack you down, Mr. Rocket Launcher guy. Put our attack pendant back on, because I keep forgetting. My rocket launcher is back there. 8k, that's pretty good. I do not want to lose my Fenglope to stupid rocket launcher man. Not that the rocket launcher is the only thing to be afraid of. Don't get me wrong. There's some spooky assault rifle boys and stuff, but the rocket launcher man is the one that immediately comes to mind as, uh-oh, that's a threat. What is the pal we have in here? Ribbony Grass. Ribbony Meadow plate holding. Ribbony Ribbony Botan, that's the one. Yeah, Pedo plate holding. Like, it's the Arceus of this game. And it's Noble, okay. And we'll blow that up. And that allows us to get onto good old Bullet and Skadoodle. Skadoodle, Skedaddle, Shabam. Give me this. Did that track me? Does he have a... I don't know if he has a rocket launcher or if he has, like, the guided rocket launcher thing. I'm assuming that was guided, because that exploded really close to me when it should not have been close to me. I think I'm done with Liftmonk effigies, by the way, so I don't think I need to pick those up anymore, but I have a habit of picking them up now. There will be future updates, I suppose. And let's just continue around the coast. I don't think I'm in range anymore, but I saw it up there. Also, I need to... cube. That's directly east of me. So what it's like here? Ish? I'll keep it waypointed for now. I'll keep it waypointed just so that we know where one might be if we start getting threatened that we're gonna be shot down. And let's just keep hugging the east for a little bit. I know I'm making this a longer episode. I've been doing that a lot with Palworld just because they're more spaced in between episodes, so having them a little bit longer makes more sense. I'm also ignoring these eggs because I think they're probably just Krylinx, Terra, or Gilday, and I haven't seen anything else. Oh, who dis? Whomst. Prunelia. Oh, the Pokemon we literally... Oh, the pal. Whoa there, the pal that we just caught. You do not have the items needed to enter. Oxpark's Crest, Ribbony Botan, and Niafia. Oh. I have been denied entry. Okay, alright, fine. I don't know how I feel about that. This is for what, a level 55? Level 55 should be like the entry point. I feel like you'd want to make like a high level one, the one that you'd require tokens for. Level 55 is like the level people will be when they first come to Feybreak, I assume. That feels a little bit weird. Man, it's so much quicker to go around on Bullet though. Dragon Burst, Wall Splash, and Diamond Rain, which is the ice move that I have on Chillet that's like the Ganyu Burst. But I think that is a little bit more progress made. This side feels so much more barren compared to going down this side. This side felt kind of stacked with stuff when I was hugging this side, but maybe they're just like just on the edge of this shaded part of the map that I'm not quite seeing. But either way, that is where I am happy with calling it a day. I set out with a goal of completing the Selyne boss, and we did go ahead and complete the Selyne boss. We got ourselves the Palpedia a little bit more filled out. I think we're pretty much done with everything that came out in Sakurajima, except maybe Xenogard, which I think is just a meteorite rare spawn. In fact, I think I killed a couple of these while I was waiting at the oil extractor. Maybe not, though. Maybe it was just Selyne. I actually don't remember. Selyne might be the replacement for this on Sakurajima, which might be why I haven't seen it. I might need to actually go back to the Frost area up here to go ahead and find him. I might need to go, like, back up to this area, or it might spawn on the Feybreak Island. We'll see. But for right now, if you guys have enjoyed this Palworld episode, leave a like down below, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado,